Hey everyone, welcome back. I hope you guys are doing good. So as I posted on my channel that I was going to do a self podcast, okay? Because I want to bring new people on this channel and share their experiences with you. So I wanted to start with me and tell me about myself, okay? So it's really important that you guys first know me so that you will be able to understand other people. So I will talk about everything you guys might wanted to ask me, such as how I got into tech, how I got my first internship, what I did in college, how I got my first job, how I quit my job and became a full-time freelancer, and what is the purpose of starting this YouTube channel, how to set goals in life, how to achieve them, and what happens when you achieve that particular goal. This is like really important factor that helped me to start this YouTube channel and many more questions. So without wasting time, let's get started. So let's talk about how I got into tech. So after I completed my 10th, which is an SSA, I decided to apply for diploma. So I did my diploma from Shri Bhagupai Mafatlal Polytechnic, which is in the Mumbai. This is like one of the best college for the diploma in the Mumbai. So I got into information technology. I like enrolled myself in IT and I started learning syllabus courses such as C++, Java, and some of the computer fundamentals that they provide. So I learned those skills in the college, and that way I was able to get my first internship in my third year, which is as a full stack web developer. So this internship was in like e-commerce company. So my responsibility over there was to build a sellers panel is basically on the Amazon, sellers uploads the product, right? So that way they wanted some kind of backend system where sellers can upload the product and able to track their products and everything. So I built that. The technology stack over there was HTML, CSS, MySQL, and PHP. So this was how I entered into the tech world and started with the software development. So initially I like understood most of the part of the technology and started getting more interested working in the software development. And I worked as a web developer for let's say around 2 to 3 years. And once I got into my degree college, I got to know about data science. Okay, so after completing my diploma, I like got my admission in KJ Somaya College, which is in Sion. So there I started learning about data science and started doing some of the different stuffs which I didn't do in my diploma. So I started working on my soft skills because I've done my schooling in vernacular medium, which was Gujarati. So I could not speak English properly. So that was like one of the hurdle I was facing in my life. So I started working on that. I started reading a lot of books. If you can see over here, like I've read like a lot of books that helped me to gain knowledge, also improve my English way better. I know it's not perfect at this moment, but I'm still working on it and still developing and still learning a lot of things. So I hope it will get better in the future. So if you're struggling with that, then don't worry about it. If you work on it, you can always develop the new skill, because communication is a skill. It's not some talent that you need to be born with. You can always learn this particular skill and improve on it. So in the degree college, I started working on data science. So I started doing online courses to learn about data science and machine learning. The problem that time was the data science was really new. So nobody exactly knew what data science really is. And everything was hype. Okay, so everyone wanted to get into data science. Everyone wanted that particular title on their LinkedIn platform, such as data scientist at XYZ company. And I was also like curious about that because it was cool, right? Everyone was talking about data science. So I thought let's try this and let's get into this field, because I got quite bored with the software development and wanted to try something new. And machine learning data science was like biggest word I heard, so I started learning about it. So in the college I did a lot of courses from Coursera, from Andrew ng machine learning course, deep learning specialization, some of the data science courses. I read a lot of books on technology. I've also created video on this, so you can watch it. And that's how I was living my college life. So in my second year, I got remote internship in data science as an intern. I was applying on Internshala, and I was able to get one call from one of the recruiters, and he told me that they have data science intern position available over there. So this was completely unpaid internship. Okay, they did not pay me anything, but my goal at that time was just to get an experience. I did not care much about money. So I started working as a NLP engineer over there. So my responsibility over there was to work on text-based data, extract useful keywords, the keywords you see on, let's say, Stack Overflow. So every question has tags associated with it, right? So my job was to extract those tags from technical books and rank it based on their similarities in the book. So that was the my role as a data science intern. So I worked there for around like 2 months, and then I left. Then in the college, I also participated in a lot of hackathons, and I also won the first prize in one of the hackathon we participated. So we had to develop mobile application where you can take a picture of a food, and the application should be able to detect whether it's a food or not, and if it is a food, which food is that, and then return the nutrition information. So we were able to like crack that particular problem and get the first prize. With the hackathon, I also did a lot of things. Academics was the one thing I did on the side, but with the academics you have to do a lot of things to improve yourself as a person. So I started doing that thing. So I participated in a lot of project competition. And then what I did, I guess after that, on the third year, okay, at third year I got my final internship that led to the full-time job offer. This was I did during my final year college days. So what I used to do, I used to wake up at 6 a.m., travel for, let's say, 1 hour for the college, because I live at like really far from my college. So I used to take local from Malad to Sion, and I used to go over there. Then in the college I used to like attend lectures, and I used to bunk some of the last lectures after, let's say, 1:30 or 2. After the lunch I used to go in an internship. I was working as a part-time intern, the data engineering intern, and I used to leave from there around, let's say, 11 p.m. or 12 p.m., and again used to travel back home and reach around 1 p.m. or something. So this was like entire like hard work or life cycle I had in my college final year, but that actually paid a lot, because the things I learned in my internship helped me to grow as a person and helped me to like get like push in my real life. So I got introduced to data engineering over there. So one of the biggest advantage working in a startup company is that you get to do a lot of things by yourself. So the thing about working in a big company such as, let's say, Amazon, Google, or any big company is that you will be working in a one specific team, and you will do that only. So let's say if you are part of a visualization team, you will do that particular thing for, let's say, 1 year or 2 year till you switch your next team. But if you are working in a startup in your early stage of your career, then you will have to do a lot of things for then you will have to do a lot of things by yourself only. So I used to do cloud, I used to do data engineering, data science work, even DevOps work. I had to do like building Docker images, deploying that, and a lot of things. So this is where I actually found how to work in corporate world, and I got the exposure working with the different clients from all around the world. So I used to talk with the clients, get the project's requirement. Then I used to daily interact with them, how, like, what are the problems they are facing, and I used to help them to solve. So basically that internship experience helped me to get the full-time job over there. So once I got into job, okay, I was in the leading charge. So I had some interns under working for me, and I used to manage some of the projects. I was really bad at that particular job because I did not know how to manage people. So I used to do a lot of things only by myself, but that is the thing I learned slowly over there. So there were a lot of projects I worked, such as building pipeline in Google Cloud Platform. So one client had problems with their truck routes. So what he wanted to do, the the parcel that is coming from location A to location B takes a lot of time. So he wanted to find out that why this is happening, what is the problem they are facing over there, and like that we solved problem for e-commerce company where the seller is going to ship the product or not, and like that there were so many projects. So that's where I learned about AWS cloud, Google cloud, how to build data pipelines, how to write ETL jobs. And from technical point of view, this was everything from technical point of view. And from the business point of view, I learned how to talk with the clients, how to get projects, how to close the deals, how to behave with the clients when the problem arises, how to deal with this, a lot of things. And this particular skill, that handling with the clients, helped me to get started in the freelancing. So I had like quite routine of getting to job, working there and coming back home. So I used to get around like 5 to 6 hours on my own. So earlier I used to just waste time like watching YouTubes or playing games. But I heard about freelancing and I decided, let's try this freelancing career and let's see if it works for me or not. So I started doing freelancing with my job. So I used to wake up early. My job timing was like 12 to 9 in the afternoon. So I used to wake up early around, let's just say 7 a.m. and I started applying for freelancing jobs. So I signed up on a lot of platforms such as Upwork, Guru.com, Freelancer.com, and Fiverr. And for the first month, I did not get anything. So I was just applying proposal after proposal, and I got quite frustrated because of that, because I did not get any job. And I started thinking that freelancing is bullshit and it's kind of like a scam that people are just trying to sell. But after figuring out like what I was doing wrong, so the thing was I was talking about myself. So if you like watch the podcast with the code basics, you will know this, that I used to talk about myself and I used to tell that, okay, I'm a data engineer, I've worked 2 years in this field, I can help you to solve your problem. Okay, like just talk about myself. And this is the problem I found when I was just like having my lunch, and I found that, okay, I'm making this mistake. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to talk about the solution now. So I got one problem proposal. So I got one problem over there. So the client wanted like had like millions of HTML files in the Google Cloud, and he wanted to build some transformation logic that can pull that data and write it in the database. So I directly started with the solution. So I told him that, okay, we can use this particular service, such as we can run the Google VM and write the code in the Python to push that data onto Cloud SQL. And like that, I also provided like a lot of solutions to that, and I got the reply in 10 minutes. So after getting the reply, you need to get on a call with the client. So this is like one of the, so on the freelancing platform, it's like this, okay? Submitting the proposal is the one thing, getting the reply is the second thing. Once you get replies, so client will get proposal from let's say 30 people, and he will reply to the 5 people. So you need to make sure that you get the client on the call and close the deal, and you need to cut in the call, because on the message you can't build the trust with the client. So you need to go there, you need to tell him that, okay, this is your problem, this is how I can help you to solve this problem, and this is what I've done. So I've worked on this kind of problems in my past like experience or past job, and I'm the one that can help you to actually solve this problem. That way client will actually able to trust you and can give you long-term work if you do that particular job. So that's how I started with my freelancing journey. So I was doing freelancing work with my job on the side, and I started getting small clients and fixed base projects. So I used to get like web scraping project and some small project that I used to take me around a week to complete. Then after that, I got one really good project, which was hourly based project and which paid me a lot of money over there. So this is the time I thought, okay, I have like 2 clients that are giving me good work, and I can take risk of quitting my job and going to full-time freelance, because I was earning, let's say, 5 to 6 times what I was making in my job. So then I thought to resign from the job and go full-time freelance. I was really afraid at that time, because when you take a risk, okay, your brain will always talk about the worst outcome you're gonna face. So I was just thinking about, what if I don't get any clients? What if I fail miserably and don't have money to do anything? And what if I am not able to get the job if I don't success in freelancing? So these were the like question that popped up in my head. But I told my dad about this, and he said, okay, you can try it for 1 year. If this doesn't work, then you can apply for the job again. So I resigned from my job and got into full-time freelancing, and that's how I started my basically the entire career with the freelancing. Now I have like stable clients. Now I don't actually work on like Upwork or freelancing platforms because they actually charge some of the commission. But if you are a beginner, then you can start from there because it will really help you to go further in your career. After that, now I'm currently get most of my job from the LinkedIn platform. So if I already talked about this, but if you know that, okay, on the Upwork there are a lot of people who are searching for the freelancers, and there are chances that those people might be searching for the freelancers on LinkedIn too, because they will be searching that people and finding like freelance data engineer. And if you had those keywords in your LinkedIn profile, and if you have optimized your LinkedIn profile that way, then you will come in the search result and they will contact you. So make sure you actually optimize your LinkedIn profile. I will make video on this if you want. So just let me know in the comments if you want to see how to optimize these things. And this is how I started my freelancing career. Now what happened with the freelancing is that I was most of in my comfort zone and I was making good money. Okay, I achieved my most of the goals in the early age of career, and I had like questions like what I'm going to do next, because once you achieve your goal you will feel happy for let's say 1 day, 1 week, or 1 month. But after a while you will start asking questions such as, is this what I'm going to do rest of my life? Okay, is this what I'm going to work on for the rest of my life? And you will face this problem. So the thing about setting goals and achieving them is quite complicated, because when you set a goal you always think that, okay, once I achieve this goal my life will be perfectly sorted. So when you say once I get this degree I will be the most happiest person in my life. Once I get this paycheck, once I like get promotion, let's say 50% hike, I will be the most happiest person in the life and I will be able to solve all the problems. But this doesn't work that way, because when you achieve a goal in your life, you life when you achieve a goal in your life, life will throw you one really big question, is that what next? What are you going to do next? Because as a human we always want new things, and we like desire is the one of the thing that is inside us. And if you don't have any purpose you will always feel lost and start doing things that are really bad for you. Let's say you will just keep wasting your time on social media and just doing nothing and just start hating people, and a lot of things happens when you have nothing to do. So that is the reason, the problem I face. So when you have a goal, so make sure that goal you achieve. So I wanted to talk about how to set goals. Okay, your goals should be big. Okay, you should not set small goals. And remember, you have to work really hard to achieve goals, because there is no shortcut. Okay, I was in the initial like start of my career I was trying to find a shortcut, or like if I could sneak somewhere and get that goal, I'll be the most happiest. But I could not find anything. There is no shortcut. You need to work hard for it. So basically, some people will say that you need to work smart also, but to reach at that particular smartness, you need to do hard work to learn about that thing. So hard work, like there is no alternative for the hard work. So make sure if you have some goals, be ready to work really hard. You need to like outwork everyone around you to reach that particular goal. You need to focus on your journey. You don't need to worry about what other people is going to do or other person gonna think about me, because I wanted to start this YouTube channel like after I achieved my most of the goals. I just decided like what I wanted to do next, because I was just in my comfort zone and literally doing nothing. I was not growing because I used to be the most productive person. I used to read like one book a week. I used to wake up early, go to gym, meditate, and do a lot of self improvement things. But once I achieved my lot of goals in the early stage of career, I was having this kind of existential crisis and started thinking about like what I'm going to do next. And I started thinking that what is the one thing that I really enjoy. So the one thing I found was teaching. Okay, I used to teach friends in my college before the exam. So I used to tell them different stories for the technical concepts, and they were able to remember that story and was able to write answers in the question answers in the exam. So that way I was able to find out that teaching is something I'm really good at, and I have my own way of teaching things. So I decided to start my YouTube career with that, but I procrastinated for a 1 year for this to start. Right now, you might be checking my channel, and it's been around 2 months I started this channel. But to get to this 2 months, it took me 1 year of procrastination, and that is the one of the most important thing I learned is that when you have a goal, you don't need to be perfect to achieve it. Okay, so we always think that to apply for an internship, I need to learn all the skills, then I can only apply for the internship or to get a job. Or let's say you want to start your YouTube career, or just start posting content, then I need to be expert. You don't need to be expert, and you don't need to be a perfect man. You can be in a work in a progress. You can just start. And if you take a look at my first video, and if you compare that result with the current videos, you will see the improvements. The current videos are not perfect, but they are still in good progress. So that way I'm able to like you improve on these things, and people will give you the feedback at that time. One of the thing is, when you start working on that, you will always feel that what other people are going to think about me. And I used to feel that too, that if I start my YouTube career, what people will say and stuff like that. And that happens, and that's normal. But understand these things, that people have like really short attention span. So they don't actually care about you. In reality, every person only cares about themselves. So remember, this is like the one of the most important thing to learn is that nobody cares about you. Okay, you only care about yourself, and people will like look at you and forget you after 5 minutes because they have their own problems to deal with. So if you have like fear of failure, or just thinking that what other person is going to think about me if I do something, if I work on something, then don't worry about that, because nobody has time to worry about what other person is doing. So have a goal, set the goal, and just start running behind that. Don't think about what's going to happen, what if I fail. And don't just focus on the end result, focus on the progress you are making, because that is the one of the most important thing in life, focusing on the progress. Because once you reach that particular goal, you will have to find the next goal to live your life with, because you need something. If you want to live, you need something in your hand to live for, right? And if you don't have any purpose, then you will start getting the wrong direction or something. So there is one quote from the Steve Jobs, you can like see over here. It's like, stay hungry and stay foolish. So I was not able to understand this particular quote when I first read it, but after this lot of experiences, I was able to find out that staying hungry is basically no matter what happens, all right, you keep chasing new things and improving yourself. So you don't have to keep worrying about being a perfect, but you can just start staying and be foolish. You don't have to think a lot that what person is going to think about me, what if I fail, how I'm gonna live my life. So you just have to do it. That is the best way to beat the procrastination. It's just by doing it. That is the reason I decided to start my YouTube channel, just to share whatever the experiences I had. And I have plans to upload a lot of things in the future, from teaching everything from data engineering to data science, how to start freelancing, I will also post some of the life learnings I have and I've learned in my life, so that will help you guys to learn more about it. I also started a YouTube channel in my college days too, but I was focusing more on the getting subscribers count and more views rather than focusing on the content. And I learned that particular lesson really hard way, and I started this YouTube channel. So with this YouTube channel I have clear goals. I don't have much expectations. I'm just gonna share my knowledge with you guys, and I'll be happy like if it helps you guys, and if you are able to get ahead in the life, then I will be the most happiest person on this planet. So I guess yeah, that's it. That's everything about myself and how I did everything. I'm going to do a lot of podcasting session with different people from different industries. I will bring a lot of content related to AI, data engineering, data science. So be ready for that and do support me with that. And yeah, that's it. So if you like this particular video and want to see more content like this, then subscribe to this channel. I have plans to upload a lot of things that I said. So see you in the next video. Thank you.